All right, Jer, here's the video. Look how chunky this thing is. It's like the scales are exactly the same thickness as the Medford blade, which is the same thickness as the Praetorian blade. So you've got huge chunkiness to this thing. And I got on the Medford site, and this one is the most modern version he does because it's got the button, or whatever that's called, pivot on there. The thing, if you get like a full-size Marauder, it's got a little glass breaker on the end, and the blade is like Praetorian size. So it's kind of like, this matches up with the Genesis, which is I like that size a lot. And I think the full-size Marauder corresponds to the full-size Praetorian. And there's also a gentleman's Marauder or something like that. It's just called gentleman's something. That's basically a Marauder smaller size with a little bobtail clip that about comes right there. It ends about right there. But one of the things I noticed too with this clip, see how it's beveled on the end, and it comes out of my pocket so much easier, where this thing is completely flat and it just locks onto my jeans or my pocket, and it just will not let go. I got to take one hand and grab the pocket, my left hand grab my pocket so it doesn't ride up with the knife, and the other hand kind of get this clip a little bit. I almost wish I could send it into them and just have them bevel that off a little bit on there. But what's amazing me is the scales on the Praetorian are thinner than they are. You can see how thick the blade is and how the scales are a little bit thinner. And on this one, the scales are exactly the same thickness as the knife. But it's really nice. Big chunky slabs of titanium. And I like too, on the bigger Genesis, not Genesis, but Marauder, you can see more of this curve, but the thumb groove kind of follows the curve of the blade. And because the blade's longer on the full size, you see that curve a little bit better on the website. But see how it gets fingerprints on it, but I like it. On the website too, you pay $40 a scale to get this PVD coating on. So I've got it on everything and even on the blade, which makes it even more rust resistant. And Medford's instruction video here says that the CPM 3V is an awesome and stuff, and it's rust resistant. So, but anyhow, here it is, and you got to use the Medford method to open it up one-handed, but smooth, man, smooth. You can see status symbol S there for the higher end steel. Those aren't really functional as far as thumb grooves. You can just flip it open. I don't think so, unless you've got thumbs like Paul Bunyan. And then it's got those little grooves. And some of them that the blades aren't PVD coated, I've noticed they'll have like this uncoated. So these grooves are a little bit different color, which is kind of nice as an offset, but I like mine. Here's one thing I noticed. It's got just a little nick right there, but hey, for the 250 change discount I got, that's no big deal. And it's not sharp, it doesn't catch on me or anything, but just a little teeny nick right there that it came with. But that's the lockup. Pretty good lockup. The other side of the blade, you can see the contour of that thumb groove. And that different pocket clip, which is a lot thinner, but man, it comes out really nice. There's the spacers. That buttonhole pivot. And then to close it, it's really easy. One-handed, boom. And there's the centering on it. Just perfect centering on the thing. So there's my YouTube video on the Medford Midi Marauder. And so far, this is a home run. I have no buyer's remorse. I'm so glad I bought it. it's a keeper. And I just might keep my other knives too, because there's not really one I'm dying to get rid of that I don't use. Although there's that Ultra Tech, I use it. So why should I get rid of it? It's kind of my user. Even though I could sell it as pretty much like new. So let me know what you think.